Ooh, it's a neck and neck, guys, neck and neck. We're racing. Hey, what's up, shitheads? Big Dog here again with another video. And you know what, today we're going to be taking the E-Cells 5-star on its maiden voyage. I've already taken it for a little bit of a ride, and I use that as an opportunity to tighten up everything and get everything adjusted the way I like it. So I highly recommend the first time you ride your bike, guys, make sure you have your multi-tool with you, because chances are you're going to need to make some adjustments without any more unnecessary small talk. What do you say we get out there on the trail? All right, guys, and we're off. Full charge, showing 66.8 volts. So I had to make a few adjustments earlier. I got the handlebars where I liked. I had to tighten down the front fender quite a bit. I went back with some zip tied the cables out of the way. So there was a little bit of trial and error to get things how I wanted it. Things were moving around and making a little bit of noise. I think I'm gonna go ahead and ride this bike today until the battery dies. So I typically don't ride with a charger with me, but I have one with me today because, you know, we never know where we're gonna end up. So let's get going. I'm in pedal assist 1 now. I like the way the cadence system is set up on these bikes the best. Instead of giving you assistance to a certain set mile per hour, where you start pedaling and it just goes up to that mile per hour, these give you a set amount of wattage per level. So pedal assist 1 gives you 200 watts. Pedal assist 2 gives you about 400, pedal assist 3 gives you 800. So it just keeps increasing the amount of assistance you get per level, but it doesn't cut you off at a set mile per hour. So in theory, if you were pedaling hard enough, you could still do 35 miles an hour in pedal assist 1 if you were Lance Armstrong. Feels more natural than the other pedal assist setups where it just throws in the power until a set mile per hour. So this feels more like a regular bike. We'll start off a little bit slow here. So I went out earlier today, I was tightening everything down, I flew my drone, the drone wrecked and it finally broke. One of the arms on the drone broke all the way off. So, you know what, guys, I was out this morning and I just decided I'm gonna turn around and go back home, recharge the battery, and then start over because I wasn't off to a very good start. So I can tell you right away, this bike feels solid and it feels smooth. I would bet the vast majority of people will probably end up switching out the seat on this bike because I've seen the community and a lot of people like those big, cushy seats with a lot of cushion. This isn't it. This is more of a traditional mountain bike seat, which is fine for me, but they do take a bit of adjustment and it's not for everyone. But I can tell you right away, it feels like a nice quality seat, but I'd be willing to guess that a lot of people will be switching the seats out. So guys, I actually called in sick to work today. So I have the whole day to myself now. I just hope my work doesn't see this video and know that I called in sick. Yeah, I told them, actually told them I had leprosy, so hopefully they don't see this video and know I was lying about it. I don't know if you can hear, bang up and down quite a bit. This bike is pretty quiet. Don't hear any clunking around. Bike feels nice and solid. The rear of this bike definitely feels like it's not going anywhere. So you guys know I live on a second story and I pulled this bike down the stairs and I definitely noticed this bike is heavy. This is not a light bike. The battery pack on this bike is obviously heavy because it's a big one, 1200 watt hours of capacity. And you know, you got the rear, these wheels are nice and stout. So that adds a bit of weight. So this bike is heavy, but it feels solid. It feels secure. Let's take it over here. Now we're not going to do the usual rocks today. Since this is a special occasion, since this is the maiden voyage of the E-Cells 5-star, we're going to go ahead and traverse the Planks of Doom. So for you guys new to the channel, the Planks of Doom here is a section of this trail that's cut through some blackberry bushes, and it also goes over some raised planks that are over water. So any false moves can result in falling into some blackberry bushes, or even worse, into the water and some blackberry bushes. So check it out, guys. This is what's called the Planks of Doom. We aren't on the planks just yet. Ooh. And since we're unrestricted on this channel, we don't necessarily follow the rules because you're not supposed to ride bikes on this path. This kind of demonstrates that you need a smoother pedal assist system to ride situations like this, because you can't afford to have your bike lunging forward on you, because this is where precision comes into play. And this is extra precise today because this trail is overgrown more than usual, leaving not much room for air. Ooh, we're almost through it, guys. Just made it past turn 3, coming around turn 4. You can see the end is in sight here, and we are back on solid earth, guys. We made it to the wetlands. Give this video a thumbs up for the planks of doom, guys. I'm 6'2", 34-inch inseam, so let's see what it looks like for me to get on this bike. I do have to lean it over a little bit, but I feel like overall the seat height on this bike is a little lower than, other similar bikes. Just want to give you check it out. You can see this definitely has a nice active suspension. Oh, don't forget, got to salute. This is what we look like riding the E-Cells 5-star. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty sharp looking bike, that's for sure. And as we ride around, I want to make sure that this rubber is not going all the way down. So if it's bottoming out, I'm going to need to add some pressure, but as of now, it feels fine. I haven't dialed it in much yet at all, but I wanted to get a baseline of how it's performing before I start making all these adjustments. The front fork, I set up the preload to my weight, which is usually the max. I'm a heavier rider, and the compression on these things I almost always run open because I want all the suspension available. All right, I noticed there was a little rattle coming on the front, and what it is these bolts for the front basket are not completely tightened down, so the washers underneath of them were rattling back and forth. So I'm going to tighten those just a little bit so those washers won't rattle around. But that's the whole purpose of the Maiden Voyage, guys. You want to go around, pay attention to your bike, listen to the feedbacks, get everything dialed in the way you want. All right, guys, I think we have everything tightened down, smooth, ready to go. I hope it's coming across in this video, like how quiet this bike is, how sturdy. It just goes over these bumps and you're not hearing stuff rattling around. Nice and sturdy feeling. I'm in a tourist sightseer mode right now, guys. Trust me. We got a long ride today. It's not a race. The only thing that's a race is getting this video out before those other e-bike channels get one out. Ooh, yikes. I just hit my finger on one of those blackberry bushes. That didn't feel too good. All right, guys, let's see how fast we can get to on throttle only. So it's showing about 2,200 watts right now. We're getting up there. 25, 26, it's 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 for a second there, 36, 37. I think we're going to end up being right about 37 miles an hour, but guys, keep in mind, I am a 240-pound rider. I'm heavier than your typical rider. And I almost never get as fast on these bikes as I see other reviewers get. So there you go. 37's acceptable for me. Let's hop off this curb here. Yeah, no problem. The suspension feels really nice, as expected. Let's go off this curb again here. Yeah, it just eats it up. So I have these tires set to 18 PSI. It was kind of funny. It sparked a little bit of debate on my channel, whether I realized it or not. I put flat out in these tires in the unboxing video, and then, I got people saying flat out doesn't work, or you should always have a tube with you when you ride. Guys, I carry a tube with me when I ride as well. So it's not like I put flat out in there and just throw caution to the wind. But that being said, I checked my tube today, and it turns out it's a 26 by 2.5 tube. So this whole time I've been riding around with a tube that's too small. But guys, don't worry, I ordered a correct size tube, and I almost always have one in my pack, and I have an electric tire inflator as well. One thing I appreciate about these bikes is, well, yes, there's the class 3, technically you're not supposed to go faster than 28, but I feel like as long as your bike looks like a bike, you can get away with pretty much doing whatever you want. Whereas I've been riding the electric dirt bike around, and I feel like no matter what, I stick out on that thing. So if I'm going 15 miles an hour on that, I still feel like I'm a target. But with a bike like this, I feel like you could mod this and go 60, and you know, as long as you're not riding through the middle of traffic, you're probably not going to have any problems. So this makes a great zip around town bike, commute to the gym, go to the store. You know, I mean, you could option this thing out with your basket and everything and go to use it to go on grocery trips. So these bikes are great for all around. And one other thing I really like is when you run in like pedal assist 3 and you're pedaling at a decent cadence, these bikes like to cruise around, you know, 20, 25 miles an hour, which to me is kind of the sweet spot for bikes like this. Yeah, it's nice that you can go faster, but honestly, once you start going too fast, you know, bad things can happen. So yes, I do go faster than 20, 25 miles an hour, but it's in spurts where most of the time when I'm cruising around 25 miles an hour, I feel like I can still ride like it's a bicycle. Whereas when you start going 40, you're riding it more like you're a car or a motorcycle. So back to the bike though, look how nice this bike feels, really stable. This is a super stable feeling bike. Big old fat tires. These wheels feel like there's no give at all in these wheels. So this thing just feels very firm and predictable when you change directions. So we're gonna go back up through here and ride through this overgrown grass, which I've done and regretted now a few times. And I'm gonna go ahead and do it again and regret it again because I can already feel it slapping against my shins. But man, can you guys hear how quiet this bike is? There's a nice little hum from the motor, but I don't hear the fenders banging around. I don't hear the suspension clunking. So this is just nice. Oh, what's not nice is the foxtails I'm getting in my socks. It feels like we're just riding through the grass, guys, but I'm telling you, there's a trail here, believe me. This is funny. Oh gosh. This is probably not recommended to be doing 30. Okay, let me slow down a little bit. Man, this thing's just eating these. I can't talk right now. Oh man. I gotta show you the aftermath of my socks. Check it out. Look how many foxtails there are in my shoes. That was from earlier. That was from the pedal, did that. Look at that, guys. Maybe don't cosplay as a lawnmower when you're riding your bike, but I just wanted to let you guys know, if you do want to ride your bike like it's a lawnmower, well then look no further than the eCell's 5-star. Showing 62 volts, 62.5 under load right now. We're cooking along pretty good here. Man, this bike is just so smooth. Feels nice. All right, guys, it's time for the Antioch incline. Once again, I don't know the grade because I'm not a nerd. But I have a sneaking suspicion I'll be able to do this on throttle only. As of now, only one bike has been able to do it on throttle only, the bike that shall not be named. Oh, look at this, another e-bike. Hey, it's a wired. What's the chances of that? I've never seen another bike around here. Anyways, we are going on throttle only. We're doing it. We're at 14. We're coming up on the here. See if we can pass it, guys. I'm not going to pedal, though. I did not plan this. Ooh, it's a neck and neck, guys, neck and neck. We're racing. Oh, I took him over, guys. There you go, definitive proof. Guys, I swear to God, I did not plan that. I've never seen another one of those bikes around this area at all. It's the first time. Guys, I don't live in the best area, so most of the time I see bikes out here, they're usually stolen or have duct tape holding flashlights to the handlebars, so that was funny. Wow. I still can't believe that happened. Granted, guys, I know it's not a fair comparison. I don't know what pedal assist level he was in, but I thought that was pretty funny. Just so, the sheer chances of that happening are so unlikely. This bike is a nice cruiser. We're just cruising right along. And I sure am glad I told him my fibromyalgia was kicking up today and couldn't come into work. I'd be missing out on all this. We're gonna do a little bonus section here since this isn't a review, guys. Keep that in mind. I'm not trying to go super in depth on everything because this is not a review. I do kind of notice this thing still. I still think the 56 tooth is a bit a bit too steep for my liking, so I might switch the front to a lower gear. I don't know, maybe not. I don't need to climb that much, right? Let's go. We're gonna go up this super steep hill and see if it can make it. Guys, this, you're not gonna be able to tell from this video, but this is a ridiculously steep hill right here. I've only tried this on my mid-drive turbo Levo. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to stand up, but we're gonna be able to do it. Oh boy. The fun part of this one isn't going up. It's going back down. This hill is super steep. I don't recommend people riding like this. And honestly, I don't even have all the right gear on today. But here, we're gonna shift our weight back and we're gonna get going. See how fast we go. Woo! 32, 35, 36, 38, oh, 37. Not bad. I'll tell you guys, that just drifted right down that hill, no problem. You talked me into it, guys. I might try one step more advanced than that. So far, I'm liking this derailleur has not needed adjustment out of the box. I'm standing up right now, putting a ton of weight onto the pedals and pedal assist 3, and I feel no slip at all, which is nice. A lot of times these things get damaged during shipping, the derailleurs are not adjusted right, and they slip like crazy. Continuing my daredevils today, I'm going down this really steep section. Hopefully I don't regret this. I've never done this in a bike other than my Turbo Levo. Ooh, this is really steep, guys. I'm just riding the brakes, but all right. A little bit off the brakes a little bit here. Woo, and we did it. Now guys, steepness doesn't come across in videos, but I just want to let you know, that's the trail we just came down. Which brings me to something, guys. I'm not a crazy good rider by any stretch of the imagination. I would say I'm average. I've ridden with riders that are leaps and bounds better than me. But what I do notice when I watch these review videos and people ride these bikes around, so many times these people ride the bike so slow and gingerly that it makes me feel like I'm Evel Knievel. So guys, I'm not the best rider, but I do like to put these bikes through their paces and have a bit of fun. Some more downhill. How smooth that is. Woo-hoo. So if I keep riding up the way I do, I don't know how much range I'm gonna get. But we'll find out one way or the other. And like I said, I have the charger with me. If things get too bad, I can always stop somewhere and plug in. Look, I'm tail happy. Look, I found one negative of these double-walled wheels. The foxtails get stuck in these little holes. You heard it here first, guys. I do hear what I believe to be a little bit of chain slap, and this doesn't have a slap guard on it, so I think I'm going to be buying a slap guard for this, especially since this has such a nice finish. Woo! Guys, I don't have like a typical route in mind, so I'm kind of just like playing it by ear today. See that? Man, easy work with the trail. We're going to do a couple little single track sections today. Just you wait. Little status update here. We are now down to 3 out of 4 bars. Looks like resting voltage is right around 61 volts or so. Do not attempt to touch or pet cows or calves. Who would try and do something like that? That's crazy. Yeah, I got another bike. This one's cool, right? What do you girls think of the E-Cells 5-star? Yeah, it's pretty nice, huh? Anyways, you girls have a nice day, and we'll catch you the next time I'm out here, all right? As soon as somebody makes a e-bike, cargo bike that can handle the capacity of a cow, you might just see a headline that says, YouTuber arrested for poaching cattle. If enough of you guys buy bikes through my links, guys, one of these days I can buy a cow. Having the 11x34 is really nice because, you know, the rest of the gears go up kind of a linear progression, but that last granny gear is significantly lower than the rest of them. So it kind of gives you a nice, if you're going up a hill, you don't have to crank up the assistance level as much, at least not all the time. But this bike is still kind of gearing limited. They're still geared pretty steep. All right, guys, we're gonna do this little short section of single track here. Hopefully it's not too overgrown. Woo! bottomed out the front fork on that one a little bit. Oh, that was fun. It's pretty spooky because you can be flying along on this trail, having the time of your life, and then watch what's up here. Zipping around on the trail, taking in all the sights and sounds, and look at this. Here's the trail, and then right off the side of the trail. That's probably a good 60-foot decline right down there. So pay attention to where you're riding, guys, because yeah, you don't want to be, you don't want to go down there. You don't want to take the shortcut down to the ravine, that's for sure. Not every e-bike is worthy to come out here, but a select few are, and the eCells 5-star is already on that list. So like I said, I think this is going to be the bike of the year for 2024, especially for the price point. I don't know if you saw that squirrel just run directly in front of the bike. You guys ever notice that squirrels have a death wish? They always like to run directly in front of moving obstacles. They're like the perfect prey. Oh, what do we have here, guys? Look at this cave. Normally I like to go in that cave, but unfortunately I don't have my flashlight today. So won't be going in there. But guys, I tell you what, if this video gets 250,000 likes, I'll come back and go in there, okay? Check it out. You like doing stuff like this? Well, you're gonna love an eCells 5-star because this is gonna give you the capability to go lots of places. I love e-bikes because it gives you out of the house. E-bikes are exercise. I don't care what a lot of people say. I just saw a guy today on the Facebook group saying that he's lost 30 pounds or 20 pounds since he got his e-bike. Guys, getting out and about, riding an e-bike is 10,000 times better than sitting at home watching TV. So don't let any of those people try and guilt you into the fact like, oh, it's cheating or you're a cheater. Like, being outside, getting exercise at all is not cheating. So don't listen to that mindset at all. That side rant done, but really liking my time on the eCells 5-star so far. What do you guys? You guys liking it? Now it's time to get back on the trail. Let's go over this rock. Woo. I did notice one pedal strike so far, and I will test that again in a minute to see how prone this bike is to getting pedal strikes, but I haven't had an issue yet. You did hear the chain slap there just a little bit. So I'm going to be ordering a chain guard for sure. Other than that, I'm not really going to change much on this bike. I didn't care for those gold wheels, but as I saw pictures of this glossy black with the gold wheels, I was like, man, that looks really sharp. So if I could do it all over again, meaning if I had a say in which one I got, I would probably get the black with gold wheels. So riding over a terrain like this that's rougher, it's really nice to have these fat tires because, you know, on my Turbo Levo, it's a 26 by 2.3 inch tire, which has its advantages, but going over rougher terrain or like loose terrain, it'll sink in to the obstacle. So these fatter tires can kind of just glide over the top of some of this stuff easier and keep up your momentum. So these fat tires are definitely a nice choice for all around travel, but like I showed you in the assembly video, guys, get some sort of flat protection because you're inevitably going to start riding in situations like this. And if you see how far away I am from the road right now, the last thing you want to be doing is pushing your 85-pound e-bike. There's an offshoot I'm going to be taking up here, and since today I'm feeling a little testy, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Oh yeah. Oh man. You can tell when the cows have been through these trails because they're rutted up big time. And this trail has seen better days. Woo. But we did it. I'd be curious to see how the dual crown fork would handle that, because that has more travel. Even with the dual chain guard, you can still have your chain pop off if you ride like a maniac. Oh yeah, look at that. I've already scratched it up pretty bad. That sucks. Oh well, a chain guard will also hide that, but there you go, guys. It's the first major flaw I've seen with this, is this bike should definitely ship with a chain guard. That's funny, I just got back up to the gate, and my little lug nut cap must have came off earlier. I didn't notice it. But guys, it was meant to be. Man, it's such a nice day out. Great day to be out testing your brand new 5-star. While this bike has plenty of power to climb, you do find yourself sometimes where you can't get the cadence fast enough to like get your legs into it as well. So you have to rely more on the motor than your legs. If this bike didn't have that nice double guard chain ring, I'd probably switch this out to a smaller front chain ring, but I'll probably leave this one the way it is. Because let's be honest, these bikes aren't really designed to be climbing steep things all the time. 32. This bike feels really stable at speed, I'll tell you that much. Right ahead's where I wanted to go. There's this new overpass, pedestrian overpass. As of now, I've only ridden on it once. It's brand new. We used to have to go on some busy streets to get to the other town over, but now there's this nice overpass here. So I'm gonna ride over it, and then I'm gonna turn around and start coming back. We're cooking right along now, 27, 28 miles an hour. You know, I wanted to fly my drone and have it follow me over this, but like I mentioned before, my drone is officially out of service now. One of the arms broke off when it crashed. For whatever reason, the obstacle avoidance just stopped working on it, so I don't have a drone as of right now. How cool is this? Brand new. All right, time to take a little break, reflect upon what we've accomplished on this ride so far. Having a lot of fun. Now it's time to consume about 15,000 calories and then lie to myself and say, you know what, I've earned it and I've already burned it off, right? But you know what, guys? There's been an advancement in the storyline. I think I figured out what I'm gonna call in sick to work with on Wednesday. I'm gonna say scurvy. Yeah, that's a good one. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna eat some cookies for a minute and then we'll get back out on the trail. Catch up to you there. Guys, I thought I was done with the hills today, but you know what? I just couldn't help myself. So I had to throttle it a bit to get up this steep hill, but we're going down here and yeah, wish me luck, guys. This one's really steep. It's kind of nice. I can put my butt all the way on the back rack so you can get your weight off the front wheel. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at that one, guys. Does that steepness show up in the video? That was fun though, guys. I think we've hit all sorts of terrain today. We had the gravel trails, we had dirt trails, we had grass, we had pavement, we've had everything. So I think this has been a very successful first day for the eCells 5-star. And I realized, guys, I said you need to buy a chain guard, but I guess it's actually called a chainstay protector. I ordered a 4-pack of them on Amazon for $5.99. So don't be like me, guys. If you're getting a 5-star, order yourself a chainstay protector ASAP, because these things, you definitely get some chain slap. The inaugural wall ride for the 5-star? What do you say? We go extra high this time. Oh yeah. Take that, Dan. Hey, we're back in my neighborhood. We're showing 34.9, which I think is right about 30 miles total for this trip. And I'm just gonna start circling around until this is the Antioch agility course here, or the Antioch Lombard, as I like to call it. You see, there's all sorts of commotion going on around here. .3, 50.2, oh my gosh. I better have enough in there for my last stunt. For my one last little stunt. I bet you if I touch the throttle right now, it would immediately die. Guys, I need to turn myself in. This bike exceeds class 3 specifications. Where do I turn myself in? All right, it's time to do the staircase here. That was nice, huh? Unrestricted lifestyle. We can do it. We're showing 38.6. I already say this is a successful range test. Meets expectations. We did quite a bit of climbs. I used the throttle quite a bit, and we did a fair amount of cruising as well. So I think this is a very accurate all around. I'm a heavier rider. I am 240 pounds plus about 10 pounds of gear. So this bike's lugging around 250 pounds of rider and cargo. 50.0 any second now, guys. Ooh, 49.9. I honestly don't know how it's still going. It's there's next to no power right now. 49.3. Oh Lord. What's this thing gonna cut out at 49? 49.3 volts. I'm just rambling. Oh, power's dead, guys. The power is dead. So I don't know exactly where it cut off at. Seems like it cut off right around 49.2-ish volts. And all of a sudden this bike feels like it weighs about 350 pounds. I'm gonna go ahead and get this tank back home. I'll wrap up the video at my house because I can tell you how much mileage I got. There you have it, guys. The E-Cells 5-star Maiden Voyage has been completed. I ended up with a total range of 33.8 miles, which I feel is really good, especially considering the type of riding I did. Some of my takeaways from the first ride: do yourself a favor, when you first get your bike, take it for a short ride first, get everything dialed in, make sure you tighten the bolts down, don't forget these ones in the front, tighten them up, make sure everything's tight, get everything adjusted the way you want it, and then go take it for your real first ride. This bike feels very solid, it's nice and quiet, it's smooth rolling, everything feels really well put together. The suspension is good. I didn't even add or remove any air pressure from the rear shock, and it feels like it's adjusted fairly well for my body weight. I looked and it's right around 200 psi, so you might have to adjust that on your 5-star, but in my case I didn't really have to do much. Some of the negative things I noticed about it is, unfortunately, this bike does get some chain slap, especially if you ride like I do, so get yourself a chainstay protector immediately. It'd be nice if E-Cells started shipping these with chainstay protectors. And another thing that really sucks is now, unfortunately, this bike is dirty. It was so clean and now it's all dirty. So unfortunately, guys, when you take your bike out for the first time, it's going to get dirty. So enjoy it when it's pristine and right out of the blocks while you can, because once you ride it, it's never going to be the same. And you know what? Maybe you won't either. But guys, if you want to buy an E-Cells 5-star, feel free to use coupon code CHIT100 to save yourself $100 off your order. That means you can get this bike here in the same exact configuration shipped to your door for $18.95. Now that's going to be really hard to beat. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.